Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of ENW Farms. Tonight we're getting the RTV ready to go spray pastures. I got to go spray at Dad's place. All of his paddocks are about 3 to 4 acres, 5 acres at the most. And so I haven't run our big 300-gallon sprayer any this summer. And so dealing with that, I'm going to spray them with the 60-gallon UTV sprayer. I did this last year when I sprayed his fields, and it worked really great. I've got my Raven GPS monitor here. So this is a Raven Cruiser 2. I'm sure it's obsolete now, but only time I ever use it is for spraying and for either pulling a grain drill. So when either ryegrass or sorghum, Sudan, or whatever, fescue, whatever grass we're planting. So I'm going to mount this on the RTV. These have the screen that go inside of them. And then you have the hockey puck looking satellite receiver that goes on top of them. Some of the other older Ravens had a taller one that was the receiver. This one here came with a flat one. On the 7410 in the center of the cab, I actually have a steel plate that this just magnetically attaches to. On this one, I kindly find the center of the cab and give it the good old Alabama chrome on the top. And it held it on fine last year. I don't see why it won't hold it again this year. So that's what we're going to do. The first thing I've got to do is I have to know the length of my spray for boomless spray. So what I actually did is I turned the boom on, and I'm fixing to lay a tape measure on it and measure it, and then I'll program that into the computer, because we have to have those measurements to know how wide a spray pattern we are, and then we've got to also know in relevance for where the satellite is at on top of the machine, in relevance of where the boom or implement location is. So let me move you around so you can see me make these measurements, and then we'll get in the cab. Okay, it's humid enough, it's just about drawed the moisture off the ground, but you can see here is the line for the boom nozzle. And I can see somewhere's out and about right here. I'm gonna dig me a little line there. I'm gonna do the same thing over here on this side. Looks to be about right there. And if we're a little less than what we're actually spraying is good, and I will probably program it that way. I'll lay my tape measure across through here. Okay, so we're going to call that 23 foot. And I may actually call it 21 foot. And that will give me 2 foot of overhang on each side. I think this sprayer actually sprays 24 foot is what they claim. But the problem is out here at the very tip of the nozzle, it may not be putting out the full amount that we need. So I like for it to overlap. All we're spraying is just straight 2,4-D. Because it's late enough in the season, I don't feel like putting big money product out. Because I may come back later in the fall, since we didn't get spray in the spring, and put out some Duracor or something like that on some of these fields that are a little worse off, to clean them up for winter time or for early spring. So we're just going to put 2,4-D out. So we've got our 20, we're going to call it 21 foot. The next thing we need to do is we need to go ahead, climb up on top of the machine and try not to fall off. Luckily my duct tape marks are still here from last year. Should be good for about 200 mile an hour. Okay, and all of our cable, we will just route it through the passenger side door. Okay. So now we're ready to go inside the buggy. Okay, so I've got our satellite hooked up to the top of our receiver. Got our receiver plugged in. That I did. So it's powering up there. Okay, so it's detecting the GPS. While it's doing that, we're going to go ahead and put in our measurements. So you're going to go, let's see, go back home. You're going to hit the blue box here with the wrench and the screwdriver. Loading page. There where it says vehicle, we're going to go width. Now we have to change that 21 foot into inches. So you'd have to do 21 times 12. Okay, so we need to clear out 176. We're going to be 252. And we're going to hit the green check mark here on this side. We're going to do an offset. And this is in relevance to center of the receiver to the center of the implement. So we're going to have to measure height of the actual satellite. It'll be 80 inches. I'll go here to height. Okay. Next thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do a fore and after. Call it 84. Hit the green check box at the bottom. And we should be set up and ready to go. Go here, we're going to see. Hit new job. And it's going to ask us to select our pattern depending on how we're going to spray the field. So we're just going to select AB just to see if we're actually linked up with the satellite. And we're ready to go. And so what we will do is once we get in the field, we'll hit down here in the lower left hand corner and we're going to record a boundary. And so that will start recording when we drive the outside perimeter around. And then once we drive the outside perimeter around, then we'll come back, kind of center up in the field, and we'll hit AB. We'll set our A, we'll drive to the end of the field, and we'll set our B. It's telling us our swath's too short because, of course, I'm just showing you this, and it's giving us an error. Whereas if we were in the field and we drove a distance, then it would tell us it's okay. So that's how you're going to do this. This is going to mount up here on the windshield, right up above where the pressure gauge and control head is for the actual sprayer. And that'll give us GPS guidance when we're out here spraying instead of trying to shoot for line of sight.